Hey, scrappy people, it's Tracy Reed here today, coming at you with another real-time process video. This is a pocket page layout, and I am using the, Happy Trails? Yeah, Happy Trails collection from Simple Stories. And this is a set of photos of Patrick and I visiting yet another waterfall. There are so many in this area, and I love waterfalls. I love water and waterfalls, and I always make Patrick take me to them. So this Happy Trails collection is perfect. It has hiking, it has camping, it is adorable. So I'm going to be using it to scrapbook this page, and the whole thing came together in less than 15 minutes. So of course it is a perfect page for a real-time process video. And so I'm just going to use a couple of cards from the collection. I'm going to use this Live, Love, what does it say? Live, Love, Explore. Live, Love, Explore. And then I'm going to use the plaid card as well for a little journal spot. Then I'm going to need to create a 4x6 card for the series of photos down there in the bottom corner, because they are not quite 4x6. So I have all of the rest of these photos are printed at 3x4 and 4x6, so I don't need to add much to them. I'm just going to build on top of them. I'm going to trim down this photo, then I'm going to find a paper to back the photo. Man, sometimes watching real time is a little bit slow, but it'll speed up here in a second. Well, it won't speed up, but I'll be doing more in a second. Trimming of photos is a little slow. But I wanted to keep all of these photos together in a photo strip, so I'm just making sure that the white border around every edge is the same as the space in between the photos. So now that I've got that trimmed, I need to find a paper to back it with. So I'm going to look through all these adorable papers here. I love this star paper, but I'm going to save it for something else. A, because it has 3x4 cards on the other side, but B, we weren't out there at night. So I'm going to look through all these cute papers. So this will give you a nice chance to look at all these cute papers too. This one could have worked. This one, I mean, it all could have worked, but I was trying to figure out what kind of feel I wanted. I didn't want to use the plaid since I had plaid on the card already. And I kind of wanted something a little bit more colorful. That was cute. I have fishing photos to scrapbook, so I was making a mental note of the fishing paper. I love these, but we weren't camping, we were on a motorcycle. I like that green map too, but you wouldn't get the full effect in a 4x6 card. So cute. We did not do any camping this year. We thought about it. I hate camping, but I was willing. I was willing to go camping, take one for the team, but I did not. So the paper I ended up using, this one was almost perfect, but we didn't really hike on this one, on this trip. So I ended up using the back of the 4x4 cards, which is just a cute little cloud paper, and it brought a little bit of lightness to the spread, so it was perfect. Plus 4x4 cards aren't something that I use a whole lot, so I chose two of the cards that I probably was not going to use the most and cut out a 4x6 out of those cards. I'm going to keep rearranging everything. I wanted to make sure that those were actually 3x4 and I didn't have to back them. I keep moving things around, making sure that they are where I want them to be. So I'm going to cut down this paper into a 4x6 card. Man, I feel like even for me, I was moving like molasses. I must have been watching something or listening to something. Plus I wanted to be really precise with this so I didn't mess up any of these cards that I wanted to use maybe in the future. I'm just going to straight up cut this along the edge of the 4x4 card, and then I'll trim it down to 6 inches instead. Ah, missed. I thought maybe I would salvage some pattern or whatever on the back of this, but there was nothing really to salvage. Gotta pull out the ruler part and cut 2 inches off for a 4x6. I mean, we're already 5 minutes and 48 seconds into this video, and we just have everything backed now. So you can see that once I had all the papers cut, this was a really simple process, and this video, or this layout, came together really quickly. Part of that is because I used a collection, which is always easier. You don't have to like dig through your stash and find things that will match. Like, everything is already matched. You just have to pull the things out that you want to use, and that makes it so much easier. I do end up fast forwarding through the process of picking out all of the die cuts just because nobody needs to watch that. So I pulled out the sticker sheet to make sure it was sitting right there so I wouldn't forget about it so that I could use it. Then I'm going to pull out there's 2 sets of die cuts. There's a journaling set and an icon set. So I'm going to go through both off camera so you don't have to watch. So I've kind of pulled the things out and framed up my cards and all of that with things that I might want to use. So this is a good starting point. I'm going to add that Explore Outdoors as a sort of title to that bottom photo series so that I can take up some of that vertical and horizontal space that's left over. And I'm also going to add a cluster to this middle card with the places for journaling. So I have this floral and then this sticker that says The Great Outdoors. So I'm going to layer them together over this card. And this little hiker as well, I wanted to use him. So I'm going to add that to the cluster somewhere. And that just takes this card that is already cute and pre-designed and customizes it a little bit more for my specific layout and gives me a little bit more of a creative touch even on a really simple layout. I have this cute little hiker girl, and then I had space on the right hand side of that photo, so of course they got paired together. I'm not really a huge user of those sort of icons, but she was perfect. She even had brown hair, so I liked it. Now I'm just going to add this die cut right over the top corner of that waterfall photo. I had some sort of dead space in there, so I added Let's Go Outside. I thought that was a fun little, like a badge almost for that photo. Now I need to design this card down here, put everything down. I want to center this photo so that there's equivalent amounts on the top and the bottom to add that title. And I have to center it along the horizontal width of the card as well because it's not quite 6 inches since I trimmed off some excess on the edges on the outside. This might be one of my more simple pocket layouts, but I think that it came together really well. Lots of words as usual. Just goes to show that you don't have to go crazy, you don't have to go all out, you don't have to take a lifetime to finish a pocket page for it to look really cute and cohesive. I'm going to add in this floral because it's cute. I want to put down the Explore first. And I'm okay with covering up some of that photo because they're pretty repetitive. Want it to go right to the outside edge so that this outdoors would be almost all the way over. I love this waterfall. It was beautiful. And this is actually, you stand on the highway itself, like there's a bridge over the water right there to see the waterfall. So it was kind of an interesting, like there were so many people just standing on the bridge that you have to drive over. It would have made me sort of uncomfortable in a car, but we were on the motorcycle, so it was not a big deal. I love these florals, these retro vibes sort of florals in this collection. It was so cute. Okay, so I've got all of the die cuts stuck down now. Going to trim off all of the excess pieces that are hanging over the edge. Then I'm going to go through the stickers and see if there's anything else I want to add to this page. Add in my journaling. It's actually not much journaling. Just like who, what, when, who, where, when, I think. I think I'm going to add some word strips because I always add word strips. Such a cute icon sheet, but a lot of them are pretty large for a pocket page, especially since I've already used the die cuts to cover up a lot of the excess area in my photos and things, so I couldn't use a lot of the larger stickers. So I'm just kind of looking at the word strips. Maybe, maybe not. I thought about adding this here, but it didn't really look right. I hate not using scraps. Oh my goodness, this is not a life or death decision. Just pick some word strips, lady. Okay, so I do pull off one of these tabs. And I'm going to add this right here to this photo. And I don't normally love tabs that aren't anchored on the edge of a photo or a card, but I anchor this one on the top edge of this word strip, and it works well enough for me that I like it. But there's something, I need something there. Like you see me poking it. So I end up using this scrap because I just had to, and cover up that edge right there, and then this page is done. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. And as you can see, you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to take a lot of time. You can do these adorable pages in 15 minutes and call it good and be happy with this beautiful spread in your layout. All right. If you don't follow me over on Instagram, you can follow me. I'm at Tracy M. Reed, and I will see you next time. Thank you.